Arrested 29 women, deported 10 of them. What about those that actually bring them in there? Hello everybody, this is Kriscell from Kristainment and I hope you have a wonderful day. So today's video I'm going to cover one of the hottest topics that has been going around, and that is the KTV cluster. In fact, many of you have been asking me in the comment like, what is KTV, what is KTV, what is KTV? Okay, I'm not going to tell you, okay, I believe you all can Google it, but I want to tell you something very interesting that is related to this. And that is, on the 13th to the 15th of July, our Singapore MATA actually conducted an island-wide raid on 27 KTV turned F&B outlets. 27 of them, yes. And like all raids, if you all watch Hong Kong movie, you all will know, whenever the Hong Kong MATA or police conducted raid, they must sure arrest people. So in our Singapore case, same. Our Singapore MATA also arrested. They arrested a total of 29 women. Yes. And they are also going to deport 10 of them back, Oh, don't play that. This is serious matter. And if you think this is the first time our Singapore MATA actually conduct such raid, no. Okay, pre-COVID time, our Singapore MATA also got conduct such raid before. It's just that they don't make it public unless something big happen. But then this time around, I think they want to make it big, make it public because of the KTV cluster. They want to give a warning message to all the Chico Pei Lao uncle out there to tell you Lim Pei now is conducting raid on all these places. So if you don't want to be embarrassed, you better stay away from all the KTV. Keep this small TT to yourself. Okay, don't go and flash here, flash there. I think that's what they want to do. Kind of like a 杀一儆百道 message. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about all these rates and in my own personal opinion, what could have been done to even improve or even prevent the KTV cluster from happening. Okay, but if you think that this is the only topic that I've been talking about in this video, then you are wrong. If that is the only topic, then it will be a super boring topic. Right, it will be super boring, then all you won't want to watch. So I'll be adding something a bit more juicy. Okay, and that is how does all these hostesses actually come into Singapore? And then when they come to Singapore, where do they stay? How come I don't get to see them on the street one? Very interesting, very juicy, right? Yes, I got all this juicy answer for you all. But if you want to know all this juicy information, you'll see the subscribe button there. Please go and click it, okay? Subscribe to my channel, then I will tell you. If you don't subscribe, I will also tell you see, I'm not bad one, right? Then you also see that bell button there, right? Okay, please go and click it. That one is FOC one. You click it already, then I will be able to notify you whenever I do a new video. So in these raids, the women arrested, they are all aged between 20 to 47, and they come from many different nationalities. For example, Korea, Malaysia, Thailand, Vietnam, etc., etc. Yes, you heard I say 47 because you never know some of the Chico Pei they 重口味 one they like all the older one and then you also must know some of these older lady wow, they are 老秋 one some of them can even compete with 20-year-old one, so don't play and they got experience so some of the Chico Pei lao uncle they like it. Okay, so anyway, of all these 29 women arrested, I say already 10 of them will have their work pass as well as their short-term social visit pass revoked and then deported out of Singapore. In fact, the MATA say all these women they come here, they work as what is hostesses. Then in all the F&B okay, so-called F&B they are KTV converted one all these F&B, then they interact with a lot of customer in all these places, then it causes the increase in the COVID-19 cases, and then cause the formation of this KTV cluster. In fact, just to let you all know, this KTV cluster now is the biggest cluster now in Singapore. Don't play. So naturally, our this MATA and even the ICA, they also say all these women, especially the 10 of them who are deported, they are considered undesirable immigrants. And then they are going to bar them from coming to Singapore in the future. But whether can they really bar them? That one's a different question. In my opinion, by arresting and deporting all these women, it's a 治标不治本 solution. Yeah, because when you deport one batch of women, another batch will be coming in to replace them some way or another one. Sure can one. So if you want to really cause an impact to this, Okay, we must find out who are all those big tao gay who is behind the scene manipulating all these things or all the mama san who are bringing all these women in here and then providing them with the working opportunity in all these KTV To be frank, you all think about it. You think any women can just suka come into Singapore and then walk into a KTV and then start working there, man? Cannot be one, right? Confirm they must be working under the wing or some of the big tao gay. They are providing all these hostesses services to quite a few KTV outlets, or working under a mama san who has connection one. Confirm one. So if you really want to solve a problem, or at least cause an impact, must go and find out who are all these people, and then give them a one-time jialat so that they feel the pain. Okay I will say even though this may not solve the problem, but at least it will bring to a problem to a much more manageable level. Another thing which could be better managed is this boyfriend-girlfriend option in the family tie scheme that was introduced by our Jinghu in October 2020. Okay, so first boyfriend-girlfriend cannot be considered as families as much as we want to but they are not legally bounded by law. So I really don't understand why our Jinghu will go and implement this in the October 2020 and then go and abolish it in March 2021 during which this interval this period of time actually a lot of abuses takes place. For example our this Vietnamese hostess that was the KTV cluster one. She was actually admitted into Singapore under this scheme. So she was actually the girlfriend of a Singaporean boyfriend. So her Singaporean boyfriend actually sponsored her. But then this Singaporean boyfriend is actually a married man also like that also can pass allow her to come into Singapore So if our Jinghu had better managed this maybe today we will not have the KTV cluster To be very frank I really don't even understand why our Jinghu want to have this boyfriend-girlfriend option in this family tie scheme. I mean, you have family tie scheme, it's fine. If you are the wife or the husband, then you can come to Singapore, or even the children can come to Singapore. That one is fine. But why boyfriend-girlfriend allowed? What is the Singapore Jinghu thinking? Are they worried about the birth rate? Or they are worried about not enough Singaporean, so they hope that all these boyfriend girlfriend come to Singapore after they get married, they can convert that into Singaporean. Is it? Okay, now we are going to talk about something very interesting. We are going to talk about how these women actually come into Singapore, how they manage to come to Singapore and then manage to work as hostesses in all these KTV launch. Okay, I must tell you everything there's a loophole one. And today I'm going to share with you some of the loophole which I am aware of. Okay, one of the so-called easier way but not the cheapest way for all these women to come into Singapore is to under this student pass whereby they are enrolled especially into those private schools or private institutions. Technically speaking all these women they just need to clock the minimum hour of study hours then they can maintain their student pass. So most of them what they do is daytime they go to the school to study. Nighttime they go to work in the KTV. So daytime student, nighttime hostess. Not bad, they can earn good pocket money like that. Okay, another way how all these women can get into Singapore is actually under the work pass scheme. So some of them will be classified as professional dancer or professional entertainer. Okay, some even get the work pass in other industry like for example as cashier or even as F&B whereby they are the helper to the Cai Peng store. So do they really work in all these work pass indicated industry there? Yes, some of them yes, but then most of them at night then they will work at the KTV really As I mentioned earlier Singapore have this family tie scheme so between the period of October 2020 until March 2021 these women can be admitted into Singapore under this scheme whereby they are all the girlfriend of a Singaporean boyfriend who are sponsoring them So once they are into Singapore, anything they want to do they can do already. Okay, so if you ask me whether are they really the girlfriend of the Singaporean guys this is a very subjective question. Some yes, I would say some yes, some maybe is the guy want to sponsor the girl one. Some maybe is the 小三 of the Singaporean guy, Or even worse, some may be just the 挂名 one only. So they have totally no relationship with the Singaporean guy one. Okay, so now one of the easiest way to come into Singapore for all these women is under the social short-term social visit pass, or they come in as tourists. Okay, but then you come in as tourists, technically speaking, you're not supposed to work but most of them, once they come in here, they don't care, they just go and work in all these KTV But then because they are tourists, like social visit pass one, okay, if there's a rate, they will siam one. They will have to siam, no choice. Okay, then usually for all these women with social visit pass or tourists, they will only work here for about 2 weeks to a month. After which they will then return to their country, then lay low for about a month or two before coming back as tourists again to tour Singapore. Okay, so this loophole is actually one of the easiest and one of the cheapest way to gain entry into Singapore. But then it actually limits the earning opportunity for all these women because you see every time you come here, you only can work 2 weeks to a month. Then after you must lay low for 2 months. So 1 year only can come here to work a few times. So naturally the earning opportunity is a bit lower. So this option usually applicable only for those, I believe only for those just want to see whether this route can work or not for them, whether they can earn some money. If can, then they will then opt for the more long-term type of option. So as you can see, want to come to Singapore to work in KTV, actually not difficult one. There are many loopholes in the system, it's just how much is being exploited only. The easiest is of course to come in as a tourist under the short-term visit pass. But then this one, because it's very short-term, so the money-making opportunity window is very short. So a lot of Vietnamese girls, they usually come in for a try. They come in as the tourists first. Then that's why during this short period of time, they become very aggressive. They want to make sure they maximize their money earning opportunity here. So they will really do a lot of things just to make sure that they can earn maximum amount. Then for those that actually see already they earn the money, and then they say, actually not bad, come Singapore, work in KTV, can make a lot of money one. Then this is where they will start to explore other options to allow them to actually stay in Singapore longer. With that, they have a longer window to make money Then you all will ask already, so when all these women come to Singapore, where do they stay there? How come I don't get to see them on the street? Actually, you do see them on the street, you just don't realize only. Because when all these women they come into Singapore, their accommodation is being taken care of by the big tauke or mama sam. They actually bring them in one. Nope, they don't stay in hotel. They cannot stay in hotel one because one, hotel too expensive. Even if 1 star, 2 star, even no star one, it's still expensive. Okay. And then furthermore, stay in the hotel, especially those sleazy one, 1 star or 0 star one. Then you see all these chobu come in and come out day in, day out. People will get suspicious. You put all these girls in the spotlight some more. So no, they don't stay in hotel. In fact, most of them actually stay in the HDB condo or even rented homes that has been so-called rented by the tauke or the mama san just for this women one. Yeah. Then you will also say, hey, if they stay just in the HDB or in the condo or even in those landed house, how come I don't get to see them wear sexy clothes come in and come out? Walao, you think they stupid, is it? You think the mama son or the tauke stupid also, is it? They already tell all these girls already, hey, when you go to work in the KTV, you wear casual clothes and come out. You go to the KTV, then you go and change. After you finish work, you change back to your casual clothes, then you go back home. See? Like that, right? To most of us, we will see them as just normal, maybe slightly a bit more chill or younger women working on night shift only. Yeah, so they mingle around with us one. We can see them everywhere. It's just that you cannot know that they are actually in the KTV or not. Actually, a lot of all these tauke, big tauke and mamas, they are all very smart one. All of them, they rent all these HDB, condo, landed homes. They make sure it's not near to the KTV. You know why? Because they don't want people who are around there, especially the residents, to see that, wow, how can this girl come out from the KTV and then go into this house? Must be they work inside this KTV one. See, they're actually very smart one. They make sure that their homes that they rent is actually quite far away from the KTV. But then not say there's no such example also. Okay, especially in the Zhu Chat area. If you realize that in the Zhu Chat area, there's a lot of all these Yue Nang Chan there. Okay, so some of these tauke, right, they actually rent the homes, right, okay, the landed homes are at the head road area lah. So it's very near. I think the reason why they do so, right, is they want to make sure that all these women don't be late for work lah. Okay, if not, most of them will try to avoid very near one because they don't want to be implicated in any way or so. You see, then also another reason why this KTV cluster spread like hotcake like that okay, it's because inside these homes, right, actually it's kind of like a dormitory lah. To be frank, it's like a dormitory for those migrant workers. Except this one is a lot prettier lah, because you got chiobu stay inside and it's only women only. There's no men inside one. But then they sometimes they also sleep on those bunk bed and things like that one. Okay, there are some pictures that have been circulating around in the internet nowadays. You all can actually find okay, how they stay in. So actually they stay pretty much like in the dormitory. That's why when one of them got infected by the COVID-19, they spread one. The whole house will get it. And then all these women okay, because they all stay together, but they don't work in one place. They don't work in one KTV one. Okay, the tauke that bring them in, or the mama san that bring them in, actually got a few KTV under their care one. So they will actually stay together, but then when they work time they will all disperse to the various KTV. Then they also have this butterfly, the butterfly from outlet to outlet one, depending on which outlet got a lot of customer. Then they will all butterfly there. So like that, right? When they butterfly here, then they interact with the customer. Then when the customer after happy hour finish already, they go back home. They bring the virus back home. Then when they bring the virus back home, they start to spread within the communities that they are in already. For those of you who are planning to rent out your units, especially the wives who suspect your husband may be going to all these KTV one, just make sure when you rent out your units, be it a HDB, condo or landed property, okay, just make sure when you rent out, right, it is not used to house all these women working in KTV. Why I say so? Because this might be the ultimate solution. Yes, I got the ultimate solution. Because once you all make sure that all your homes cannot be used to house all these women working in KTV, accommodation will become very scarce. It will become very hard for all these big tauke and mama san to actually find place for the women that they plan to bring in to stay in. Of course, all these women they bring cannot stay in their home one. They cannot one. So they also got problem. Then once this problem sets in, right, two solutions, two outcome only. One, either they convert their KTV to be a real F&B, or two, they shut it down for good. See? Good outcome, right? For all the wives especially. Now your husband, actually also good news for the husband. The husband now don't need to go and kneel down on the keyboard or durian card already. So, good news for both sides, right? Yo, alright, that's it for this video. So if you like this video, please remember to share it, okay? And if you don't like it, also remember to share, because you don't like doesn't mean other people don't like one. And then I always say, sharing is caring. And then if you really like this video, please remember to give it a big thumbs up, okay? And if you're new to my channel, like I'll say, don't be paiseh, go and click the subscribe button there now, okay? Go and click the subscribe button there now. And then you see the bell button, this bell button, like I said many times already, is FOC one, free or charge one. Go and click it so that you'll be notified of any new video that I will be doing. So till my next video, please remember to wear your mask when you go out, and then don't go to any KTV, okay? So till my next video, this is Kriscell, signing off.